Eden Zero is back, and I can't tell if Joker Helix just wants to play it or she's a sadistic, cruel person. Her personality is quite weird in this. Okay, so we start off where we left off last week with Joker up on the ship and Emerald's figuring this out because of course, Feather's ability. Rebecca, of course, volunteers to go because she's the only one who can walk through Helix's ability. So Shiki says he'll just warp there. And basically, Old Weiss gets an entire explanation of how Shiki is able to, use 2 different ether gears. And for some reason, he comes to the conclusion that if he combines it with his gravity powers at the speed of light, yada yada yada, like he does all kinds of weird calculations. But the point is, there's a high possibility that Old Weiss is going to come up with a new ability for Shiki, which is just going to be super busted, I guarantee it. But of course, Old Weiss wants to go as well because he wants to clean up the mess he made, because he feels responsible, obviously. Now, they're smart about it because all 3 of them warp to the very back of the ship, as far away from Helix as humanly possible. But the Weiss and Shiki still freeze, and the reason for that is it's revealed that this is most likely the real Joker, real Helix. This isn't one of her many drones. This is the real thing. So at the moment, Rebecca is all on her own. Joker must have some kind of wide-range sensor because she immediately knows that they're there, and she actually challenges Rebecca to playing a game. And when I say game, I mean she literally uses her ability to basically create a pocket dimension where they're now in a pixel game. And she's crawling through a dungeon, so this is like an old-fashioned, like, Legend of Zelda game, where she's just going through bit by bit, as you do. That's when Helix shows up and starts chasing her, and obviously Helix programmed this to make sure that she's way faster than Rebecca, and so Rebecca can't escape. Now, even though she made herself faster than Rebecca, for some reason she still gave Rebecca the ability to fight back because she could still activate her ether gear, which is absurd. You could have just made it so that she couldn't do that, but no, she has that ability. She goes into overdrive and then just straight up kicks Helix in the face. Oh, and the name of her kick that Rebecca always uses apparently is Bell Holly Kick, which is the exact kick she used against the old anime guy. Rebecca's upset that it's actually the anime name instead of the manga, which, whatever, doesn't matter in my opinion. The point is, the fact that her kick is named after an anime that she likes is kind of funny. The pixels then disappear, but they're not knocked out of the pocket dimension. They're still in it because Rebecca then just falls, and she ends up on a motorcycle in a racing game, where it's more like Twisted Metal than it is a normal racing game because Helix has rockets and starts just blasting at her. Rebecca's able to outrun and dodge all of the explosions, goes through a tunnel and pops out of a pipe, like Mario, and then falls down and lands into basically, Mortal Kombat, where now she's in a fighting game. This isn't fair either, because out of nowhere, the stats, of course, are messed with again, and Rebecca can't keep up with Helix, and she just gets pummeled. And Rebecca basically comes to the conclusion that there's no way she can beat someone in a game if they are literally the program that made the game. But it doesn't matter because Shiki then just smashes through the pocket dimension and kicks Helix in the face. And just like last time, Old Weiss is the GOAT. The man was able to create a watch that is able to undo the frequency that leads to slowing people's down. Yeah, so he invented a way to just turn off someone else's ether ability, which is just absurd, but also fucking awesome. Like, Old Weiss is just on a whole different level. Which is why I know he ain't gonna be staying around. No. They can't have this character around because if he is, he's just gonna solve all their problems for them, and that would be a boring story. Once the whole mess with Joker is over with, I guarantee he's gonna get into his own ship and just fly off, and we won't see him until like the last arc, the last bit of the last arc. And when I say he can basically beat everyone, I mean he goes even further. He decides to adapt her second ability, the one where she can create pocket dimensions universes. He alters that and makes a whole new video game involving fighting heroes against the Demon King. So an old RPG style game. Seriously, Old Weiss, busted. The dude can literally do whatever the fuck he wants. Honestly, unless Joker has a third ability, she's basically fucked at this point, because Weiss can basically beat her on her own. And of course, the chapter ends off with a little joke about boob armor in old RPG games. It doesn't matter if it's young Weiss, who's from 50 years ago, or old Weiss now. Everyone always has to say that his tastes are all outdated. That's literally the same joke. But yeah, the next chapter, they're probably going to defeat Joker, but I don't think they're going to destroy her. I think Weiss is going to, reprogram her. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to take her away, and then that'll be his storyline until, the last arc where all 3 of them show up. Him, the bunny girl, and Helix, and they're all going to be on the same side. At least that's how I think it's going to go. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give a thumbs up so you enjoy more Eden Zero and other anime things. Thank you, and have a great day.